Hello, my name is Ricardo Ayala, and I'm majoring in industrial engineering. Something interesting about me, I would have to say that it's the fact that I love learning. I love learning whether it's something that has to do with academics or something that might be a new skill to me or developing a current skill I already know. The title of my journal is To Communicate or Not to Communicate. But do we really have a choice? Communication is so complex, very broad. It goes way beyond just the verbal interactions we have with people on our day to day life. It's everything around us, it's everything we are, everything we do. It goes from what we listen to, what we watch, how we dress, how we behave, how we carry ourselves on our day to day. And the objective I've had at the beginning of this course was like everybody else to become a better public speaker, to find all kinds of new ways to not be nervous and stutter. But like I said, throughout this course that we had, I've learned that it goes way beyond just the verbal and the public speaking. It covers so many things. Something I learned along the way was better ways to go about communicating. Whether it was public speaking or in general, the way I carry myself. And I learned new tools. I even learned the communication style that I am. In Unit 1, the foundations of interpersonal communication, in Chapter 2, culture and interpersonal communication, I could really relate to it. Mainly because I'm a foreigner and also I'm also from Mexican ethnicity. But yet it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what ethnicity you are, what race. We all experience interpersonal communication. Because although, let's take for example, Hispanics. We all speak Spanish. We almost to a certain point have the same foods, same dressing styles, same music. Yet we all have differences. The way we speak, even though we use the same words, they have different meanings. And it doesn't even have to be within different countries or ethnicities. It can be the same ethnicity, same nationality, same everything. Within the same state, just like at Kentucky. Depending on where you are from in Kentucky, the north, eastern, south, you have different accents. They're very thick, different sayings and meanings that we might not use here, for example, in Lexington. Larry Samvar said culture is the language, values, beliefs, traditions, and customs people share and learn. Nowhere there does it strictly say it has to do with nationalities. That for the most part, in my opinion, I think We all relate culture to something that has to do with nationalities or religion. In Unit 2, I chose Chapter 8. I really like Chapter 8. I learned about creating and responding to new messages, to different types of communication styles, and to pay attention to how we respond to them. In Chapter 8, Emotions, Kendra Cherry, an educational consultant with a background in psychology, said, emotions are defined as complex state of feelings that result in physical or psychological changes that influence our thought and behavior. So many times has it happened to me. I don't know about you guys, but I've gone to work and it wasn't my day. And I was upset, mad. Things were just going wrong for me. And normally, I'm a very positive, very talkative, funny guy. I enjoy making people laugh. I get a kick out of it. But that day, my coworkers saw me that I was very quiet, reserved, and kept to myself. And it caused emotional contagion, excuse me, which, due to me feeling a certain way, a negative way, it caused them to start feeling quiet and to a certain point, it's like I passed my negative emotions to them. And I think it has to do with not having emotional intellect to understand that we have to be more aware of the people around us. Even though I didn't say anything offensive to them, they're my coworkers, you know? They're my friends. And at least I've experienced the fact that if you go into work with a positive mind, you're happy, you're just having a great day. How fast does that day go? My least favorite chapters in Unit 1 was Chapter 1, Interpersonal Process. It reminded me of the moment where I was lacking so many communication needs, whether it was socially, um, personal communications, any kind of thing. And in Unit 2, the least favorite chapter for me was Chapter 6, where it talked about nonverbal communication. Like I mentioned before, communication is very complex and very broad. It has not only does it have to do with the verbal interactions, like I said, it goes way beyond that. It goes from how we dress, whether we're skinny or fat, whether we're rich or not well off, even though we're not doing or saying anything, the observations that people are making is communicating to them certain things. Whether it may be right or wrong, it happens. As I conclude today, before I leave you guys, I talked about me finding my communication style. And that is that I'm an assertive, that I have an assertive communication style that states that I'm respectful of others' opinions, even though I don't agree with them. That I feel very sure of myself, very confident. That I can clearly state my needs, my wants, without any issue. Thank you for your time.